welcome to a special edition of Inside Guelph. I'm Trish Stevenson, your host. Thanks for joining us. On today's show, we're talking about some arts, athletics, a little bit of history and culture. We have a visit at the new Civic Museum. We also will be talking about the Art Sculpture Park. It's a fantastic destination over the summer months for you, your family, and out-of-town guests. And starting the show off on the right trail, it's Gorba, Melissa Mackay. Join us. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Guelph Off-Road Biking Association. That's what Gorba is.
Association.
Bicycle Association.
Yeah.
All right,
Gorba
so you're
for short.
Gorba for short. You're a mountain biker. How long have you been mountain biking?
I guess as much as I mountain bike now for the last 3 years. I did live in BC, you know, throughout my university life, and so I kind of dabbled in it then, but not as seriously as I do now.
Okay, and what do you like about it?
Well, I'm one of those people that my mind's always going, I'm always thinking about something, and it's the one thing I can do where my mind just shuts off and I concentrate on the moment. And so that's like one of the best things I love about it, and so that's a personal thing. But it's a way to meet new friends. So, you know, I've made lots of amazing friends with people that I might never have met before through biking, so a common, you know, sport, something that we love. And I also love being outside, so, you know, you get stuck in a gym on the treadmill, it's nothing like that. So you can go whenever you have time. The trails are always there as long as, you know, weather permits and they're in good condition. And it's just fun.
It's
so
fun.
Yeah, that's like
the bottom line.
That is the bottom line for sure.
And do you think your mind checks out a little bit? Because do you have to concentrate a lot more than you would on the, although I know you have to be aware of traffic and that sort of thing, but I think of it as more technical.
Absolutely, and that's the kind of riding that I love, is like a bit more of the obstacles, the roots, the rocks. And you're right, you have to be right in the moment, because if you make a mistake, you might go down, or there's a tree coming fast.
And I promised we wouldn't do a close-up of her shins. That shows some her war wounds.
I don't wear skirts in the summer.
That's right. So what are our trails like in Guelph? Do we have good trails?
Yeah, we absolutely do. So Guelph Lake is really close to here, and we have about, I think it's about 22, could be a little bit more kilometers worth of trails across Victoria and Woodlawn. So if you sort of go through Riverside Park and cross Victoria, you get into a huge trail network there. And Gorba maintains all the trails at Guelph Lake. So
really?
Yeah, and so there's something for everybody there. There's, you know, what we call double tracks, so the wide, flat, sort of gravelly paths. So if you're new to mountain biking or with little kids, it's a great place to kind of go and just go along. You can, you know, stop at the river for a picnic. But there's also what we call single track, which is the more narrow trails. That's a bit more technical. You might have some roots or some rocks and a lot more flowy, kind of up and down. So we have everything sort of in between, and we even have a trail called Roy's Ridge, which is all rocks. So it's built up and it's just all rocks. It's an awesome challenge. It's something you kind of work towards.
Like that kind of rocks?
Yeah.
So you're hopping your
bike? Literally, like, there's no dirt. It's all just rocks.
My
so
goodness.
a man named Roy built it, and it's one of my favorites out there.
Oh, really? Okay, well, let me say, because I am not a mountain biker, how do I make sure I don't end up on Roy's path and I end up on the nice double smooth one?
Well, we do have a trail map of Guelph Lake, so you can, I think you can Google it or go to gorba.ca for the trail map. And so you just follow it. There's, like, you know, easy to beginner to advanced. So Roy's Ridge would be advanced. It's kind of easy to know because you go up to it, it's all rocks, so you might just go the other way. It's a little bit tricky to find, so you probably won't run into it unless you're looking for it.
Okay, so and that's easily accessible up at the Guelph Lake, but something for everyone, you would say.
Honestly, yeah, it's the one place that you can go with your family and small children, even pulling, you know, your kids in the...
That stroller thing?
Yeah, the stroller thing. I can't remember what it's called right now.
You don't have kids?
No kids.
That thing.
The thing, you know.
That's right.
The trail
Sometimes
bike,
we even forget it's back there.
Yeah,
you guys. Okay, so there is something for everyone. Okay, so we'll be talking about what you bring with you on a trail ride, all the patrolling of the trails, and why these trails are so safe for us to be on. So please stay with us. We'll be back with much more. And Gorba. See you in a minute. Welcome back to Inside Guelph. If you're just joining us, we're going off-roading on our bikes. It's Melissa Mackay with Gorba. Thanks again for being here. Okay, so when I went to the break, we're talking about maybe what perhaps we need to take with us when we go trail riding.
Yep.
What do we take?
Number one is a helmet.
Okay.
Absolutely. I mean, you're obviously going to have a good working bike. So the bikes kind of range everywhere between like your beginner bike that you might get at a big box kind of store to once you get more advanced, you might want something more like what I have that has front and rear suspension. And that kind of absorbs a little bit of the technical rocks and roots that we were talking about earlier.
Right.
Yeah, so definitely, so aside from a good working bike, we want to have a helmet. And I see so many people out on the trails at Guelph Lake without a helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it makes me really sad because it just takes one wrong move and, you know, your life is sort of up in the air.
Right.
And, so definitely a helmet, definitely water. So they have something called a Camelback where you can wear this little backpack that has a little kind of almost like a straw.
I love that.
Really easy. Yeah, so I wear one every time I go riding, and you can go longer, go harder, and you're not going to get dehydrated in the summer. So I also have biking shoes that clip right to my pedals on my bike. Not everybody needs that.
I hate those. They make me feel so claustrophobic.
Yeah, a lot of people say that. You get used to it, and actually it gives you more power. So you can climb hills better, and you're kind of always, you're like one with the bike. So you know, it's something that after a couple times of using them, you do get used to it, and you don't even remember. It's sort of like, you know, walking. Like it's just natural.
That's what you have.
Yeah,
I get. No, okay, so it's worth trying if you get more
I
power.
would say so. Way more power, especially you know. If you want to be able to climb steeper hills, go faster, that kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what does Gorba do? I mean, we keep throwing out that Gorba. What is Gorba?
So we're Guelph's largest off-road or mountain bike association. So we're a group of volunteers that do quite a few things in the community. So one would be introduce people to mountain biking. So we have skill clinics and beginner clinics, which show you everything from, you know, proper bike setup, where your seat should be, how to keep your bike in good working order, how to change a flat tire if you if you get a flat on the trails. It could be a long walk out. So we actually have twice a month we have beginner clinics, so you can come out and join us and learn all those things. We also have women's specific rides, which is a great way to meet other women who mountain bike because it's a male kind of dominated sport. We also have youth clinics or rides, so quite a lot of youth go with their parents, and it's really fun.
Nice.
And they're great, so you learn a lot.
When you say youth, what age are you kind of referring to?
I think it's 6 to 14.
Oh, wow.
And then 10 and older can also come to the beginner clinics.
Okay.
So, so we do a variety of events all through the week. So these are all weekly events, aside from the beginner clinic, which is bi-weekly.
Okay.
We also do trail maintenance. So we take care of all the trails out at Guelph Lake. So monthly we actually hold a trail maintenance where we go out and we do things from like clipping, you know, trees that are eye level, where you kind of have to close your eyes as you're darting around
That's the helmet
things.
again.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. And we do armoring as well. So wet sort of patches which aren't very sustainable and which create, you know, widening of the trails because people tend to go around the paths. We actually put, you know, rocks down and help with drainage and then put soil over top. So lots of things. So we also cut new trails. So for example, a group might come to us and say, you know, there's a trillium on this trail, we should go around it, or there's a certain species of salamander or something like that.
Oh, we're so loving and Guelph. So loving. So do we just join? We can join Gorba.
Yeah, you
members?
can just if you go to gorba.ca, there's a tab sort of on the left-hand side that's called Gorba. The membership is under that tab, and you can fill in a membership. It's $30. Most of that goes towards insurance. Yeah, so we need liability insurance to host all those group rides and things, obviously. So yeah, you can join. It's relatively inexpensive compared to other sports, and we'd love to have new members and introduce people to the sport.
Thank you. I think it's a brilliant sport to be doing all summer long. Thank you so much for being here, Melissa.
Yes,
Lovely
thanks
to meet
for having
you.
me. Yeah.